Mercedes, the German car manufacturer, holds 8 constructors' titles and 9 drivers' championships. Their legacy is cemented into Formula One's history, mostly recent but also past. Often referred to as the Silver Arrows, the Mercedes team's goal is not just to race, but to dominate. Innovation was always at the heart of their success. Let's take a journey through time and witness tragedy and greatness. Mercedes re-entered Grand Prix racing for the first time since the Second World War with the technologically advanced Mercedes-Benz 196. None other than Fangio was selected to tame the Silver Beast. First race in France was a 1-2 for Mercedes, and the rest is history. This championship would be forever remembered as the first one where a driver won races with 2 teams. Fangio won the first 2 races with Maserati, but was instantly convinced that Mercedes was the place to be for the longer term. And it proved to be the right decision, a title repeat for Fangio in '55 and this time no sweat. Teammate Stirling Moss finished 17 points adrift to complete a Mercedes 1-2 in the championship. It was meant to be the start of a dynasty, but it was cut off by tragedy. An accident happened at Le Mans that year, where the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, drove by Pierre Lavet, ended up in the grandstand killing 80 spectators. Mercedes-Benz would never race in any sports category as a team up until 2010. And oh boy, what a comeback that was. Although Mercedes returned to F1 as an engine manufacturer and had a successful partnership with McLaren, crowning Häkkinen and Hamilton as world champions, they were still hungry for more. A change in regulations was the perfect opportunity for the ever-innovative German team. No one could have predicted that Mercedes would get it so right at the start of 2014, and would take the other teams years before producing anything competitive. 2014 will go down to the last race where double points were awarded, but Rosberg had issues and that meant Hamilton was world champion once again. In 2015, sparks again between teammates, this time a more consistent Hamilton clinched the title with 3 races to go, a season where Mercedes won 16 out of 19 races. Hamilton shifted his focus to the next year, allowing Rosberg to gain some confidence. In 2016, all gloves were off, with the nearest car still half a second off the pace. The title would be an all-Mercedes affair. Mercedes won 19 races, and the driver's title went to the last race in Abu Dhabi. Gamesmanship between Rosberg and Hamilton were observed throughout the season, but the last race was something else. Hamilton would back up the field time and time again, but would run out of laps. Rosberg became world champion, like father, like son. Rosberg retired, leaving the grid to deal with an absolute animal. Ferrari seemed to be back in 2017. Vettel manages to split the Mercedes in the standings, but cannot mount a serious challenge to Hamilton. After tripping himself in Singapore and crashing Japan, he was out of the title fight. In the end, the Brit won again, another title with Mercedes, plus another Constructors' Championship. Valtteri Bottas showed good progress, and surely there was another rivalry in the making at Mercedes, but it wasn't. Ferrari continued their good form in 2018, and up until the German Grand Prix, it looked like they were going to pose a real threat to Hamilton and Mercedes. Kimi Räikkönen was also delivering good results, and the team was in with a real chance for the constructors. The German Grand Prix was unfortunately the turning point of that season. Vettel crashed due to an unforced error, gifting Hamilton the win. After Spa, Ferrari lost his speed and mojo, and the title was going once again to Hamilton and Mercedes. 2019, a rejuvenated Valtteri Bottas licked his wounds and got back to winning ways. And he looked pretty good to finally mount a challenge on Hamilton. Unfortunately, a deep in form from the Finn by mid-season handed the championship on a plate, and Lewis grabbed it with both hands with races to spare. 2020, the season that nearly never happened. In the middle of the pandemic and under strict protocols, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and anything could happen really. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. Another rocket start by Bottas only to fizzle out by mid-season meant that Hamilton would cruise to his 7th World Championship, equaling Michael Schumacher. A certain Max Verstappen drove the bolts out of his Red Bull to finish 3rd that season, and Red Bull showed true signs of progress. 2020 was the last Drivers' and Constructors' Championships for Mercedes to date. They got the new regulations wrong from the start, but a team with such a winning pedigree only needs time to return at the top step. Mercedes has collected 200 wins as an engine supplier and is ranked 2nd in Formula One history. 10 Constructors and 13 Drivers' Championships have been won with Mercedes-Benz engines. That's game on for 2024. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. or drop me a comment in a comment section and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, goodbye.